Alright. I'm gonna try the Watcher again. I've had some revelations lately. Had some revelations about this character. Oh, you can't go to the logbook in this game, can you? Well, whatever. We'll just talk about it as I do it. Wow, remove is really good with Watcher. That gets into my first point. Thin decks are ever, like, 10 times more important with the Watcher versus the other 3 classes. Skipping cards is also 10 times as important, so remove is probably just what I'll take here, because I don't want to add a card just for gold. I think over time that doesn't even gain me gold, considering the amount of removals I want to do. Not even going to look at the map, just going to take this. And we're going to remove a defend. You remove defends with this character, not strikes. I mean, eventually you remove strikes, but only after all the defends are gone. Anyway, we're going to give ourselves as many elites as possible, because this character just crushes the elites. So 3 on the left. If I don't go left, there is no opportunity for 3, so this is just default to the left. Plus, there's a removal there. 2 potential removals. And yeah, we should take a guaranteed removal. 2 potential removals. Yeah, so this route here. Although it probably makes more sense to start here, since for whatever reason we can abort. Going to the right here. So yeah, Act 1 typically just not an issue for this character. See? That was a jawworm. Now, I think we could take a crescendo here. So this is a point that maybe I can touch upon. You know, prior, back when I was first playing Watcher, I'm still in my infancy of learning this class, so take it all with a grain of salt. I would take a card like Bowling Bash or Third Eye, because they just seem like okay cards, right? But it turns out they just aren't really cards to take. Like, Bowling Bash could help me against sentries, could help me against some random AoE fights. However, just having an actual AoE card would be better. And it just doesn't really do anything. It doesn't stance change. It doesn't, like, give you any utility. So we just take a crescendo here because we want stance changing. And not divinity stance changing, by the way. Just Wrath. Wrath, things to exit stance and things to enter calm. Crescendo, by the way, not necessarily like top tier Wrath entering card, but I would just like one extra way to enter Wrath. We could probably justify a miracle here just to break the, you know, thing here. Wow, you guys are just going in on me, huh? Well, I'm kind of screwed here. So we just have to calculate what we take more damage from. I would take... So I could do... Could do Eruption here. Yeah. Oh wait, I can't. Well, fuck me. Forgot. Need to upgrade Eruption for sure. No, we're just gonna take some damage, it looks like. That was stupid. But I actually don't think there was necessarily a better way to do that turn. God, this sucks. Okay, at least it retains. We'll just crescendo in a different turn, I guess. Like this turn, for example. Alright, let's get some music that doesn't have effing lyrics. StarCraft, I know I can count on you. Actually, I can't. The final track is that freaking opera thing. Whatever, let's go to Donkey Kong. I know Donkey Kong won't have lyrics, right? Hopefully. Okay, Flurry of Blows is good. There are things that eventually make you want to remove it, potentially, but right now I think it's good. It isn't actually that good right now because I don't have enough stance changing, but I think I will just take it. Crushed Joints is like almost usable too, but I think a Flurry of Blows probably right now. Let's just get another defend removed, and maybe buy something. I don't know. We'll see. Ah, Mental Fortress. Now this is a card you want for sure. I would take that over remove here just because it's such a card that is like needed. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money to do anything else, unless I want to weave, which I don't. Do we want to go double question mark? I guess so. Chance for remove is good. We could take that. We have a potion to use here. Perfect. Okay. Will this fight go on long enough for this to actually work? I don't... Yeah, it will, because I can just wait for a little bit. Let's do that. Yeah. Huh. I don't think we go into Wrath here. Because I can play Eruption next turn. Or just Crescendo. I don't know. We'll see. I can go in and out of the stance. Yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. See how much damage we've gotten out of Flurry of Blows is pretty good. Now we should be able to just finish here. Okay. Oh yay, something useless. Huh, this is an interesting one. Like, and again, like Evaluate, that just isn't even a card to me, because we don't use these cards to block. But Cut Through Fate is always one that's takeable. Conclude Act 1 is pretty good, maybe Act 2. Eventually it's not good, but that's a lot of AoE damage, plus we know 50-50 we're going to run into sentries. I think at the current moment I might prefer Conclude, just because it does more damage. And has AoE. Yep. Alright. We want to upgrade Eruption for sure. Well, Mental Fortress maybe. Right now, Mental Fortress doesn't change enough for us to justify it, I think. I think Eruption, just we get a whole extra hit. It has extra damage. Sucks we haven't, like, only actually just gotten one potion. But I guess we haven't fought that much. It's probably not going to be a better turn for me to use Miracle in this fight. So even though it doesn't do a lot for me, we might as well just do this. Been a lot better if we start with Wrath there. That's why we really need to get our deck down in size. Okay, question is, can I kill a guy if I do this? So I could do 4 now, get it down to 20. And then bring it back for 8 and do 18. So you'll do 4, 12, 18, 20. That would kill him. I guess we do it. Either way, I'm taking 10 here. I just don't know about this turn. Yeah, this not so good here. We definitely can't draw dead here, or we are dead. It's possible what I did wasn't correct, but... yeah. One short. I hope I don't die because of being one short. Okay, conclude. That was rough. At least we got a potion. It's not a great one. I just don't think we take these. Wreath has never been good. A lot of people liked fasting a lot. I used to use it a lot, but I think even fasting is just not that good anymore with what I've learned from the game. It can be takeable, but I just don't really see how we take it here. Again, just stance changing is where it's at. Yep, none of these are really gonna get taken. Oh wow, it actually upgraded non-strikes, amazing. So, we could absolutely kill a knob. I think if we run into Lagavulin, we're gonna have trouble if we don't get a good artifact here. Alright, we really hope for knob, I think. Of course. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. It's not unwinnable. It just sucks because we didn't get offered anything. We didn't get offered an empty fist. We didn't get offered an empty mind. We didn't get offered an empty body, even, I would take. We didn't get offered anything to enter Calm. Not a single card. So, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know what to do in these type of situations. Just, you fucking die, I guess. Oops, that's fine. See, like, the ability to go back into Calm here would be so good, but... because I don't really want to go into the next round already in Wrathful. So... I think I won't. Main thing here is, like, we have to survive. Do I miracle here for a defend? I think so. Can I kill? That would be 12 times 3. That's exact lethal, right? We did it. Didn't take a damage. Didn't even use the potion. Beautiful. Yeah, that's a good power. 2 bottle. Meditate. See, meditate's good. That, we can go into Calm. We can set up another turn. Now, Reach Heaven, that doesn't really support the game plan, but it's takeable sometimes, I think, because it just does so much damage. Yeah, this choice is easy. We only have that choice to make. I think I would take this empty body. It's the least one I want of the 3 empty cards, but I do think I don't know, now that I have a Meditate, maybe I don't need it. Man, that pen nib would be really good too. You can see that the rares for this class are not really good. Like, Brilliance, it's an attack, it's like a good attack, but it, again, just doesn't support the game plan, and Alpha's not good, Masterality is not good. Too bad I can't afford the pen nib and the card removal. I could afford the pen nib and the empty body, I think. I would have just enough. Yeah, I'd have 2 gold left over, I think. The pen nib would be pretty good. I might need that extra damage for this fight. I mean, I already have a pretty thin deck. I think I will actually take the pen nib. It's too good, and empty body I don't know about. Buying that does give me an extra card. It would probably be okay. Really wish it was an empty fist. Alright, we will remove a defend, because we essentially just added a defend. Got him. Cut through fate, maybe? I think so. It's pretty good with the Flurry of Blows. This deck would really want to talk to the hand. I think Flurry of Blows, late game, if you don't have talk to the hand, can be maybe not worth it. Good empty body here, maybe. Don't really know. Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense. Alright. I'll have to remember to try to make use of Pendim. I mean, I bought the damn thing. Just Lucky can sometimes be okay. But yeah, like other cards like Halt, just not really. Like that's a card I used to take a lot. Not really all that good. Follow Up, not really all that good. Just Lucky, not all that good, but takeable, I think, in the if you really need what it provides, which we just don't. I mean, I'm on a pretty low health. I'm gonna just trust in hopefully the upgrade of Mental Fortress here, that it will be enough block. Yeah, I have to trust in it. Well, since I want to conclude here, I also do kind of want to enter into, you know, I think I'll just strike and meditate. Having conclude and meditate in the deck is a bit rough. Gotta be really aggressive with this fight. Bottom decking Flurry of Blows is definitely not the best thing that ever happened to me. So he'll be doing 12. I'll gain 6, 5. I'd take a damage. I think we can trade a damage for the amount of... Oops. Well, I fucked up Pendim once again, but... yeah, it was inevitable, I suppose. With my brain, the way that it works. We gotta get Conclude out of this deck pretty soon, I think. It's served its purpose. Damn. Wish we had Flurry in the discard pile right now. Because I want to enter into Calm, but... yeah, I think I will still just enter into Calm, I guess. I think this is worth my Miracle. Because I have the bottled Miracle. You know what? I think I'm just going to do 32 damage, actually. I have enough block to block all this. I guess they actually do the same amount of damage, huh? Alright, we're about killed him here. Should kill him next turn. This is why we mainly have attacks and stance changing cards. Wait, what? Well, I technically block all this, so I don't need to use a pattern. Alright, we get through it. Scrawl's probably worth. These others are basically never takes, which is too bad, because, you know, it makes sense why I had such troubles with Watcher before. It's like, I'd see... Sorry, I'd see a card like Diva Form, and I'd have, you know, it's kind of like Demon Form, right? Costs a ton, doesn't do anything the turn, or really the turn after you play it, but, you know, if the fight goes on long enough, it just gets out of control. I would combine that with, like, fasting and stuff, but it's just so slow. I think the thing you realize with the Watcher is you don't want fights to last very long. You just want to, you know, go hard. Scrawl supports that. I'd say Empty Cage is really good here because we want potions. We want gold, so Empty Cage pretty top tier here. Get rid of Defend for sure. Probably a strike then after that. I don't know. Conclude, it's been doing a lot of damage. It is upgraded. I think I still want Conclude through Act 2. Eventually we do want to remove it though. The Pennev especially though, we should probably keep it. Okay, we don't have a whole lot of gold right now. Where's the most elites? Get 2 there. 3. 3, but not a very good route that way. I could get 2 here, then I don't have to fight as many normals. I could even get a removal maybe. If I go this way, it's an earlier thing. Okay, I would like to start here, go this way, go here, but I could have the option to go there. Go there, that's 2, get another thing, and then I could go here. I could even try for the green one. I like that route. Okay. Oh look, an elite. We need another... You know what? We need an inner piece. That's what this deck needs. Like, I have a second way into Calm, but it ends the turn. Well, I could at least empty body out of here. And Flurry of Blows and Vigilance in the bottom. Not so fun. I do have this Miracle. I have a Bottled Miracle. I'm just debating, like, yeah, I guess I'm going to cut through Fate. And I can get back through that. I must. Forgot about pen nib. So it made a lot more sense if I wasn't pen nibbing here. But whatever. I guess at the end of the day it's just extra damage, right? Okay, this is good. We're just gonna stand here so I can have a big wrathful turn. There you go. Don't think we want that. Yeah, good examples of cards we just don't want. These are cards that I would pick before, right? Pressure points just seem like the claw of this. It's like the claw of this class. You think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a badass pressure points deck. No, since pressure points is the only card that does that, it's actually not that good. Battle Hymn as well. I used to take that a lot. It's kind of, you know, there's kind of this other whole archetype in Watcher, which is sad because, you know, Watcher implies you kind of maybe want the battle to go on long and build up a bunch of stuff, but turns out that's just not the way to play the character. It's like cards like Battle Hymn, too slow. Protect. That's not how you gain block. The way I gain block, things like Talk to the Hand, things like Mental Fortress, things like Wall Up. That's how you gain block, not from a 2 cost, purely defense card. Anyway, like I said, skipping will happen quite often with this character. Akabeko good. Go here, I think. I suppose going here could work too. I mean, Act 2 events are decent most of the time. Also, I guess normals don't scare a Watcher as much though, right? Because I can just destroy everything. I find with Watcher, the only hard part is frickin' Act 4. Let's go remove. Oh, Rushdown. Now that's a card. So I don't think I can afford that and a removal, unfortunately. Which sucks. Yeah, I'm like 2 gold short. I think you have to take a Rushdown though. That's like... that is just the card of all cards. I'm not going to take anything else, I think. Yeah, nothing else. Alright. Nope, not gonna do that. Alright, these guys should theoretically... what a start. This is why I should have removed a Strike, maybe, instead of Rushdown. I don't know. 15 card deck, what can you do if this is what it's gonna draw you? Just weep in silence, I guess. $22 fucking damage. Well, that fight sucked. Can I take on 2 elites at 30 health? I mean, that really screwed up my game plan. And I think I take on most of these elites pretty easily if I don't draw like that, but I guess that's a big if. I could just heal. I think we fight for it. I guess I don't really make that good of use of Akabeko when it's conclude, huh? Am I just fucking dead here? What the hell, man? Alright, we can do Rushdown Eruption, I guess, and really hope we fucking draw something that's... yeah. Empty Body, Vigilance, the bottom of the fucking thing. Yeah. I can't even use this, I have to use this. So fucking weird. Now we get through it. Kind of replenish the potion with the same potion. This is, I guess, better than Bottled Miracle. Because I don't have to... Like, if I scroll and then do it, I don't have to do what I just did there. Would a second Flurry of Blows be good? I think a Tranquility actually would be pretty good here. It's not an inner piece, but I think we just take the Tranquility. Okay, those are good upgrades. That Tranquility actually gave us quite a lot. So we're actually taking 3 elites in a row here, it looks like. Kind of want that eruption. I could kill that guy. Let's just see what it gives us. Alright. My hand is forced. Oops. Forgot to do that, huh? I guess I'll do that. Alright. I don't know that taking another Flurry of Blows is correct. I mean, it would add a lot of damage in a lot of cases, but without a Talk to the Hand, it's not... It's potentially win more. You can see how important it is for me to draw like my stance changing cards. And if I draw them 1 turn too late, that the fight is, you know, 30 damage taken. Like we had in that other one. Or, you know, use a potion to bail you out. So I don't think taking these makes sense. And the other two just aren't even considerations ever. Okay, we can Mental Fortress here. It might have been a little out of order, whatever. Here, you're dead. Probably not going to attack me next turn. And... Okay, 64. Well, get the meditate, so... I don't even think I'll meditate here. I can just... Like, this guy's so close to death. We should, though, get the pen nib ready. Orcleat's good. I think just one cut through fate is fine. We don't need another. Alright, let's go for a heal, I think. Although I should have went to the other chest. There's no reason to go to this one. It's fine. I want to hit shops. We'll see how this... Oh, God. We have gotten the worst. So, like, we got Avocado, Double Frickin' Thief, and now Avocado Rat. Doesn't get much worse than that. The start is horrible, too. At least he's not attacking me here. But yeah, this is pretty shit. Not a whole lot I can do. kind of want... What's in my deck? Yeah, I guess I don't need these this turn. Actually, we want tranquility, I would say. Wait, didn't I... What? Okay, whatever. That's cool. By cool, I mean drool. I guess we just kill the guy. What am I? I'm like... Man, I'm like allergic to something. Bad play, maybe? Maybe I'm allergic to my bad play. I don't think we take these. Second meditate doesn't seem great. I think we can take a greenie on. I would like to take a greenie on here. I mean, I get more, or I get the same amount of stuff anyway. And then in Act 3, I'm free to take on more elites and not get forced down a greenie path. Extra strength, pretty tough with this fucking guy, not gonna lie. Alright, we're probably using Pottons here. We're probably definitely going to use that. And... Oops, that was my pen nib. Dumbass alert. Dumbass alert. So you're doing 15 by 2, which means you do 15 normally. Just simply meditating will bring us back to where we need to be. I guess we should just draw this card and meditate then. We want these. That's actually not... I didn't want to end it on that. I forgot, but whatever. Alright, well, I mean, all things considered, not taking any damage there is good. I wouldn't mind an indignation. It's another way into wrath. It is a way to, if I do end up with a talk to the hand, it'd be a good way to break some artifact, and it just does a lot of extra damage. Could definitely use some upgrades still. That at a 0 would be okay. That at a 0 would be okay. These upgrades are so boring, huh? It's like, hey, would you like to go to 0? Extra vulnerable is not that needed. Extra block is whatever. Extra block is whatever. Extra scry could be okay. I think we always want to play Rushdown. I mean, I guess we could go into Wrath here. So it doesn't seem amazing. It would get me an extra bit of damage, though. I think we do it, because I can get quite a lot of extra damage from the Ekabeko there. I think we empty body, actually. Like, if I'm likely to draw... I'm not necessarily likely, but between Cut Through Fate and Scrawl, I think a Rushdown isn't that out of the question to draw, and we want to be able to enter Wrath if we get it. I don't want to just start in Wrath, I don't think. We have the Tranquility and Crescendo here, which is great. Probably just going to end with a Conclude here. We're going to be drawing pretty dead next turn. This guy can do a lot of damage. I could just kill him right now. About 12. Does duplication work with Conclude? I'm gonna try it. I'm likely to get a potion here anyway. It didn't work. Well, for science. Fuck me. God damn it. I feel like I should be allowed to reload this fight, but whatever, we'll go legit. What a fucking piece of shit. Conclude, you're out of the deck. You're definitely out of the deck now. That was some bullshit. That was some fucking bullshit. I just lost 40 health because of that. Pretty bad opener. Yeah, this deck still really wants an inner piece. If I could get an inner piece, man, we'd be off to the race. But as it stands, things aren't great. That guy just took a strike. That guy literally took a strike. Why didn't Flurry of Blows come in there? That's weird. Just wondering, do I need to meditate here or would Conclude be better? Conclude. We're very close to being able to kill this guy. I have the Miracle, I have an Energy Potion. I don't think we can kill him here. Guess we're just gonna kill this. I could have meditated there. I don't really think I will. I should have indignation first. That was stupid. I just don't have the Ember to play fucking Scroll, huh? Go finish him this turn. Guess I need to do this. Alright. Little late for Judgment. Devotion is useless. Omniscience can have uses. Without an energy artifact in hand, though, I don't know if I would take it. And I'm not typically getting to 4 energy on a lot of turns. Sometimes I am, but without an inner peace, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I could get like double rushdown out of it. That's about the only use I could see of it right now. Because Mental Fortress I would always have in my opener. Probably just a skip then. Very useless rares. You'll notice I got a Scroll. I guess that was a use. But even it hasn't really been that useful to me. This is interesting. It's probably not Sacred Bark. Like, truthfully, I do need that extra energy. That would definitely help this deck out. Because I don't have an inner peace, basically. So do I want to give up my ability to upgrade, or do I want to give up my ability to rest? I think I want to give up my ability to upgrade, because I just don't have good upgrades left. And even if I get the only card I'm really looking for at this point, which is Talk to the Hand and Inner Peace, they're completely usable without upgrades. Talk to the Hand would love an upgrade, but since we don't even have it, we may not get it. And yeah, I just need to be able to heal. So we can't get the chest, we have to give up 1. Also, you know, the fact that I still have a red shard probably makes Coffee Dripper a little worse. Well, definitely looking at the left side has all the elites. Do this one so that I could heal. I want normals, I don't want question marks. Man, there's only 3 elites, that sucks. In no act could we ever take on any more than 3. But it is what it is. A big strength of the Watcher is their ability to just clean up elites. Alright, either one of those works. Let's see how much block I gain from Mental Fortress there. Oops. Well, there's no... The Pen is rough, because if I'm not already in Wrath, I'm not really getting the reason I took it for, but whatever. A lot of damage. That's an upgraded inclination. I don't think we take it. Alright, this guy will be a quick one. Weak potion, not over those. Those are too good for me. Wonder if another tranquility is worth it. It's upgraded. What about a sash whip? Nah, without talk to the hand. I don't care about the enemy being weak, honestly. I do think a tranquility is debatably worth it. Yeah. It's no inner peace, but it'll do. Sometimes you just have to, you know, take what you're given. Actually gonna go here. Let's get a pen nib ready for next turn. Should have just started with Fury of Blows. I think that would have given me more overall damage. We should actually just do that as well. I don't even want to conclude here. We probably just want to end this, probably end it on Meditate, actually. Yeah, we'll just do this. Might as well give it one more round of Vulnerable. Get Pen Nib close. And Meditate is doing amazing work this fight. Granted, those aren't really good cards to retain, but whatever. Just being able to go back into you know what. I want either of them. Okay, that's fine. I still don't understand Fury of Blows in those type of situations. God damn it, Fury of Blows. What are you... It's like it draws last, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. Whatever. Trying to get the Pen Nib ready. Is that better than Swift Potion, I wonder? I don't think so. I think there are a lot of turns where I do want to play my stuff out and then draw 3 versus just throwing my whole hand away for potentially more draw. Wheel Kick is a card that's sometimes takeable. I don't think we take it here. And I do have the extra energy, but Rushdown is my way to draw that and cut through Fate. I don't really need to add another card like that. But it's just specifically for that. I think we take this, yeah. Makes sense. Is Orange Pellets ever worth it for me? None of these cards are worth adding. Now let's remove a Strike, huh? Or do I remove Conclude at this point? I don't know. Conclude has been doing so much damage, but I think we probably remove the Conclude. I don't know, though. It might be pretty useful for Reptomancer still. I can't imagine we need strikes. Let's just move them. Man, I feel like Orange Pellets probably doesn't get... I only have 2 powers, so I don't have that many skills to play. I don't know, though. It could be okay against the Heart. I think I will take it for the Heart. And left, probably. Yeah, left makes sense. Get our red shard if we don't take damage here. Don't really want to meditate those cards. Crescendos, or yeah, crescendo. Conclude, I mean, still pretty okay. Alright. Aha, talk to the hand, okay. And it was upgraded. That's pretty good. Gotta remember to skip. There we go. Rushdown is such a good card. $72 damage out of that thing. How am I not doing more damage? This guy has 18 slow. Like, I'm in Wrathful and I'm doing... Oh, I see. 50. Okay. I could end... So I wonder, do I end in Meditate here so I can get the extra energy? Or do I just do shitloads of damage right now? 134. I'm gonna opt for the shitloads of damage route. It's almost nice to not have Penib right at the marker. Tantrum's really good, especially with the talk to the hand. I do worry that we're adding too many cards to the deck. Empty Fist is good too. I think a Tantrum's pretty good though. We definitely have enough ways into Wrathful now. We already had enough, but Tantrum is just such a good card. Wow, we got something good here too. Dodged the curse, that's the main thing. Bottled Flame. Not that sad to see it go, honestly. Go to the left. Especially since we have... I guess we start with this. I mean, I can get... Nah, we probably just start with that, right? That's shitloads of damage. Now we have Penib. Probably should have started with that, but whatever. Should have a conclude coming up. So if I did 64 plus 32, 64 plus 32 is 96, not quite enough then. We'll kill this guy anyway. About 32 plus, well, let's just, yeah, this will be enough. A little late for that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see. I guess Indignation plus Conclude is fine, huh? Probably want to hit that up. Check, check. Sounds good. Wonder if I should just do this right now, huh? Probably not, actually. We would want to use it for the extra block here. I can't do damage here, but I do kind of need block. We have rush down. We've already seen the empty body. Maybe I need to keep that. Let's start with let's actually start with this. We want to try to find talk to the hand. Alright, let's do this. Very bottom, I guess. Should be fine, probably just here. Yep. I'm just gonna meditate. Have fun. Let's do that. Kind of want to get him vulnerable, so we'll do this. Guess I should do that. That. Try to end this fight here. See you later. Mercury's pretty useless at this point. Yeah, these are bad. Well, we're taking on elites, just kind of getting all the useless stuff out, I guess. I guess technically Dreamcatcher is... Maybe it'll get us inner peace. I think inner peace is really the only thing I want at this point. Alright. We have rush down. Let's do it. Can do quite a lot of damage there. Or I could just keep this turn going. Just keep this turn going. Turn one kill, not bad. Empty Fist is considerable actually here. I think with our current deck it is an upgrade. Orrery is takeable. Bag of Marbles is takeable. That breaks a artifact stack. That'd be the main thing we take it for. Definitely useful against those fuckers. Pretty useless cards though here for me. We'll take that. Flex Potion I don't think is... I mean, it would be good. These are decent potions. I already have decent potions. I can save some gold for the next Act 4. We can get rid of... Honestly, Conclude has been doing so much damage, I don't think I'll get rid of it. And Meditate isn't really used in all the fights, so like it's not like it's having that much conflict with what I'm doing here. I could also just buy this Orrery right now. It's probably worth me to buy this. I just feel like my Orreries are always so bad, but it's a chance at Inner Peace, which you would still really want in this deck. I think we'll do it. Wave of the Hand we might take. Empty Mind pretty good too. Let's just get a full inventory of what we have here. Okay, I might want a second Flurry. Ooh, another Rush Down. That's just getting taken. That's just getting taken. These we don't want. Empty Fist number 2, I don't think we need. Kind of feeling the Wave of the Hand. That also helps me you know, break stuff. Just give me something to break. I don't know if we need a second Flurry. That is probably not needed. Well, that was a pretty good Orrery. I think we could take that, by the way. We just don't need it. I'd rather draw the other cards. Alright. Can't do talk yet. We scryed Wave of the Hand, unfortunately. But I could Indignate here. And we'll go into this. Oh, I don't have another way in. Okay, let's... And I think I would meditate here and go there, there. Not too worried about blowing my thing there. I should probably start hitting this since I'm already full blocking. We could do that. I guess I could conclude here. I probably would rather meditate, huh? I need to meditate. Still have the one tranquility. I'm definitely getting Tantrum next turn. We could just conclude here, I think. I don't really know why I needed to play Wave of the Hand there. Probably didn't. This is a good example of where we start to run out of steam because we don't have inner peace. Well, for once, Awoken one will be easy. Like, luckily, you know, you only have 3. I don't even have to play the other Rushdown necessarily. Definitely will play 1, though. Would I want this for the second form or the first form? I think the first form does more damage, right? We could do this and that. Just sit here in Wrath for now. 18 by 4 is a bit. I think we can play that. We can maybe just not play that. Not that it matters that much. By 4. Why didn't a shitload of... Didn't I play Wave of the Hand this turn? I thought I did. Be an interesting meditate. I think we do it. Just so I can get more energy this turn. I mean, he's gonna be dead. We don't need to play Wave of the Hand. We should try to get meditate, huh? Yeah, just take it nice and slow this fight. No real reason not to. That would be 1 short. That would be exact. I think it's worth it for us to meditate here. Or should I try to draw into Rushdown? I got less... I got 2 out of 5 chance to draw into Rushdown. I got good cards coming up anyway. I don't need to draw into Rushdown. Let's just meditate. Get like a good big first turn here. I already gain a lot of block from Mental Fortress anyhow. Can do this. Oh, I should have done this. Could tranquility here. I think I might as well just meditate. I could definitely time my pen nibs better, but it is what it is. Should have meditated there. I don't know why I did that. Hopefully that doesn't cost me this fight. I don't think it will, but that was definitely not the smartest thing I've ever done. Right, hopefully we can finish here. We definitely can. Okay. Now for the real shit show to begin. Act 4. When the game goes, oh, you had an easy time as watcher, time to get fucked. This is definitely the part where I struggle as watcher still. Wonder if collect upgraded here is any good. I don't think so. We're not hurting for energy. We hopefully have another rush down. These are good cards, but I also could just buy a removal. I wouldn't mind another Tranquility. I wouldn't mind another Rushdown. I wouldn't mind another Flurry at this point. Even a Tantrum. I don't think I want another Tantrum. But I think this upgraded Tranquility is pretty good. Gives me a lot of gas. I think... Damn, I guess I can't afford that Rushdown. I don't know about the other Flurry, though. I think we can just call that good. I wouldn't want another Tantrum either, I think. Oh, that's right, I have Red Mask as well, so... Man, we really gotta... I think we have to do this here. This fight. We really need to dig through the deck. Okay, that Rushdown's pretty big. Maybe I should have considered Wave of the Hand more there. Alright. Alright, we want this. Taking 21 here. I could I'm taking more actually. I could Tranquility for a little bit of extra. 6 block. I think we do. This fight's didn't actually do anything because I was already in column. God damn it. Alright, hopefully that's the last we take of any damage here. $99 block, but a bitch ain't one. Do we want to draw here? Might as well. Could we kill here? Looks like it. Alright. That is useless. Might even screw up my game. It's probably like... I doubt the fight goes on 10 turns. If it goes on 10 turns, I'm probably dead. Alright. Not a single inner... For the amount of cards we looked at on this run, to not get any inner peace is pretty bullshit. And even like another mental fortress would have been great. But whatever. Let's go here. I guess we do this. I don't know. This is a pretty fucking shit opener. We don't want conclude back. Okay, this is gonna be rough. We can at least get rid of this, most likely. Oh god. Son of a bitch, dude. I have 2 rushdowns in the deck. Cut through fate, a scroll, like, can I talk to the hand? Can I get anything, dude? It's only a 22 card deck. I guess 22 is too big for a Watcher deck still. It looks like I'm gonna lose. We'll just have to figure out where we went wrong, I guess. I'll try to Mental Fortress as many times here to stop the bleeding, but because I don't have a power in hand, I can't get rid of the vulnerability in the fucking thing. I guess I could Wave of the Hand, that might help a little bit, huh? So let's go Crescendo, Empty Fist. Do I Tranquility here? I think we should. Save the rest. Anything else I can do? Nothing super worth it here. We're just going to have to take this big old hit. Alright. Not a single rushdown. So stupid. Let's do this. Finally a fucking rushdown. Yeah, let's do this. The other rush down. Let's do this so we get the void out of the way. So 3 by 15, that's 45. I could just tranquility right now, or I could look at memories, back and meditate. Let's meditate back the indignation. Empty fist, I guess. Let's give him vulnerability. Should have done that first. Maybe we wanted another another tantrum, I don't know. I take a little bit of damage if I... No, I don't take any damage if I do this, right? Like 1 damage. I would like to... Yeah. 3 damage? How was I so off there? Eh, whatever. Okay... Maybe a second flurry would have been good. Well, I don't know. I'm like having trouble drawing anything anyway, whenever I do these things. I have too much rush down for the flurry to actually be good here. I've never actually taken double rush down when I'm trying this, so it's not something I really ran into before. Whatever. Alright. Well, we could win. I just need 2 more turns of good damage. I can end this turn on a meditate, which would be good. Need to get, you know, my 200 damage in here. I should have started with that. Problem is, if I don't do my extra damage now, I can't kill next turn, but if I don't start in Calm, I may not have enough defense. The problem is, I could survive if it's not the multi-attack. I don't know that I survive the multi-attack next turn. Could I kill, though, if I'm not getting the extra damage from the extra energy from starting and meditate? I don't know that I can do enough damage. I think we need to meditate. I played this turn pretty shittily. We want Flare of Blows. We need as much defense. Ah, it's the multi-attack. So I need to survive 60 damage. I can do that. I can do that. I just need to stance change enough. And hit enough. To stance change and hit enough. I need to end. $60 I need, so I gain 3. So I gain 6 by this. But I lose, yeah, 6 because I... So I'm up to 48. I gain 6 from that. Should be enough. Yeah, I have 60... I have over 60 health, so we win. Oh, that burn. That burn almost fucked up my math. Okay, we just need to do this. This. And, you know, have a conclusion. Fuck it, we got it. Easy, right? Easy until Act 4, I can tell you that. We ascend as the Watcher. Well, that was a tough one. I think with an Inner Peace we would have had quite an easier time, or just another Mental Fortress or another Talk to the Hand. But, you know, it could have gone better, it could have also gone worse. You know, we still got quite a lot there. Let's see if it'll give us a deck. Is it just me, or does it not fucking show your deck at the end anymore? How do we check that? I go run history. Yeah, so overall it's still a good deck. We didn't, like, I would also say for as many artifacts as we got, we could have definitely got better artifacts. Like fucking blue candle, absolutely useless. Upgrade attacks, it's alright. Lantern, it's usually wasn't getting me that much. Water Tornado was good. Pen was good. I will admit I did not. I could have big-brained Pen to do a lot more work for us. Anti-Cage is fine, I guess. Akabeko was like okay. Warpaint was okay. Red Mask, I guess, was good, but it's not like that's a random one, really. Horncleat was good. Meal Ticket, I guess, it was kind of irrelevant, I would say. Anchor is alright. Fusion Hammer is probably really good, but again, that's like boss. It's different. We're talking just about like elite artifacts. I bought Orange Pullets. It didn't end up doing much for us. Dreamcatcher didn't do anything. Toxic Egg didn't do anything. Reiki Hourglass didn't do anything. Vega Marvels was okay. Orrery was good, but again, we bought it. Demaro never once activated. If it did, I didn't recognize it. But anyway, yeah, so overall, I would say the artifacts weren't that good. But, you know, for what we got, we picked up good cards. Like, Rushdown was big, Mental Fortress was big, Talk to the Hand is big. Those are cards you're generally always going to be on the lookout for. Flurry of Blows is good, but like I said, if we didn't have Talk to the Hand, we might have removed that from the deck. If our only defense for gaining... The two big defense cards you're looking for, Mental Fortress, Talk to the Hand. You want to be able to just... And like Wallop I would put as like a somewhat distant third down there. Like Wallop, which used to be kind of talked of as the god tier card, like it's still a good card, but it's not an always add. Like a lot of... You'll see, you know... Watch Jorvs play. He doesn't take it that much. He'll take it, but he's not always taking it, right? Whereas he'll always take a Mental Fortress and a Talk to the Hand. And a Rushdown. That shit's happening every time, you know? And Flurry often makes its way out of a deck. Like I said, if there's no Talk to the Hand. Otherwise, it's, you know, just... It's extra damage, which... You kind of just need everything working in your favor to beat Act 4. But yeah, this deck really would have liked an inner piece. I've probably hammered that home a few times. All in all, it was enough to win though, so a win is a win. Can I go to... Just to really also, hopefully really quick, I want to just say, this is my takeaways of how I've gotten a little bit better at Watcher. So, starting deck, really good. Eruption, priority upgrade. Get it down to 1 cost. It's amazing. You're able to pull off much more in a turn. Bowling Bash. Basically, I don't think you take it. Unless you really, really need an extra attack. But like I said, it's a strike. It's like adding a strike to your deck that every now and then helps with a AoE fight. It doesn't support stance changing any special... It like doesn't do anything for stance chasing. It doesn't like get you extra defense. It doesn't do anything other than just be in attack, and that's not what you're looking for. Consecrate, you can take it sometimes. It's just generally worse than Conclude. At least it doesn't end your turn, and at least it doesn't cost anything, but the damage is significantly less. And, you know, AoE, you only really need it the first 2 acts, I would say. You saw me fight Reptomancer, you just rush Reptomancer down. And I could even argue in Act 2 a lot of the time, like Gremlin, you can probably just rush him down. And Slavers, you can just pick off one at a time. It's really like, you're looking for AoE Act 1. And not a whole lot of it. And Consecrate, I don't know, it just doesn't do the job as well as something else. And but it's not unaddable. Like, if you need AoE, you can take it. Crescendo, I think, is good. It's not like the ideal entering Wrath card of all the cards that do enter Wrath, but it is a card that enters Wrath, which automatically makes it something you're looking for if you need it, right? If I already had, like, in this deck, I probably wouldn't have added it. This is like one of the first cards I added, right? Like, I probably wouldn't have added it if I already had Indignation and Tantrum. Because it's worse than those cards, but it is still fine. Very similar to Tranquility, right? It's not the ideal way to enter the stance, but it is a way to do it. It just sucks that it exhausts, because it's not something that's like sustainable, right? But Crush Joints, I think it's somewhat takeable. It's not one I'm looking to add, though, let's put it that way, because you can often get its effect, but it's just not as good as Indignation. It's not like that good as an attack sometimes in some decks when you just can't get a skill reliably before it. But it is a way to set up Talk to the Hand, and it is a way to do a lot of extra damage. Therefore, it is takeable. I'm not looking to add it necessarily. Cut Through Fate is always going to be good. You don't want to fill your deck up with them necessarily unless you... I will say Scry, you can set up some Scry synergy too. Like, you don't always have to do it the way I did. Like, you can get... There's a power we'll get to similar to Mental Fortress, right? And I should preface, I'm not an expert at Watcher. There are definitely way better players at Watcher. I'm just trying to give, you know, people that view my channel my insights so far on Watcher. But anyway, Cut Through Fate is really good. It does some damage, but it draws a card and you get to look through your deck as well. Like, it's just always going to be an okay card to add, but I don't think you want to fill your deck up with them necessarily. Empty Body, I would say generally you don't want it, but we took it because we were desperate at the time for stance changing. Like, our deck absolutely needed it. And it helped it a lot at that point, and it was good enough to still make it to the end of the deck. Like, it's still addable, right? It's still a way to stance change. But the actual gain 7 block is just so much worse than, say, Empty Fist or even Empty Mind, which will draw you cards, right? So generally, of the empty cards, Body is significantly worse than the others, but it's not untakeable. Empty Fist is very, very good card. It also is a pretty good upgrade, ironically. Like, for whatever reason, it goes to 14 damage. So it's not even that bad of an upgrade. But it's just really nice because it deals damage, which is what you need to do. But it supports the game plan, right? It's going to pull Flurry of Blows back into your deck. It's going to give you a Mental Fortress proc. It's going to allow you to re-enter Wrath for Rushdown. It just does all these things. That's why you like it. And Evaluate, I just wouldn't take it. You're gaining a minimal amount of block for a future card draw. That's not that good for the game plan, right? Flurry of Blows is good. That you can build decks around it. And even if you don't have Talk to the Hand, like we didn't have Talk to the Hand by the time we added it, it's still good to get you through the game, though honestly, a lot of the time by the end game, if you don't have Talk to the Hand, it doesn't make sense to be in a deck. Now, that's not to say, like, if I don't have Talk to the Hand, I'm not necessarily still just priority removing it. It just doesn't become as good of a card, I think, for the late game. It still is a lot of extra damage, though, and you might just need that extra damage. If you do need that extra damage, you can probably keep it in your deck. Flying Sleeves, I think this is a never take. I don't know. Maybe you can... these are the type of cards that they might make your way into the deck through transforms or other random events. And, like, yeah, they can stay then, but I'm never looking to add this card because, again, it just... These are the type of cards that would make more sense in, like, if, like, going into Divinity, you know, mantra-type decks made more sense, I would say. But since those decks just aren't the consistent way to win, cards like this just aren't worth adding. Same with Follow-Up. It's like just a worse Flurry of Blows, right? Like, you have to play an attack, then it does a little bit more damage than Flurry of Blows, but it doesn't just keep coming back into your deck. It just pays for itself in energy. It's not that good. Halt, just not that good. You know, you're gaining block. You're better off gaining block through Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand. Now, if you kill enough enemies in the game, you can hit enough shots, and you somehow don't end up with either of those cards, then maybe it's time to start thinking about Halt. Also, Wallop, by the way. Wallop is going to take precedence over those. But yeah, Halt, it just, you know, doesn't deal damage. It just gains block. That's... You have to keep replaying it. It's not good. Just Lucky, it's not great, but it is takeable sometimes. Particularly if you have a big reason to just have Scry, or if you're really hurting, like you have a really bad energy deck, but you can deal a lot of damage, it might make sense. But in general, I'm not really looking to add that card. Pressure Points is a never take. Prostrate's a never take. Protect, I'd argue it's a never take. I used to like this card back in the day, but again, it costs too much. It just gains block. You take it if you're desperate, I guess, right? Say you're fighting Guardian and you just have the shittiest deck in the world, then yeah, you add a Protect, right? I don't know that you ever add a prostrate, though. Sash Whip, it's like Crushed Joints, but worse, I would say. Like, you don't really need weak. It's more to just... I don't know. I guess it's one of those cards, if you're really desperate, you add it. Desperate for defense. Or for burning through artifact stacks. But I don't know. It's okay. It's not unaddable. It's just I'm not looking to add it. Third Eye, I'm not really looking to add it. Scry's good, but you're not drawing the same turn. The block is minimal. I don't see any reason to add that card to a deck. Tranquility is just on the same level as Crescendo, I think. Maybe a little worse, because I think entering Wrath is a little more important than entering Calm, but still Tranquility, we took it because we weren't finding Inner Peace, basically. It just sucks that it exhausts, mainly. If it didn't exhaust, that'd be God tier. Imagine if the upgrade was like, stay at 1, but not exhaust, I would love this. Battle Hymn, I think, is basically never take. I used to love this card as well, but it just doesn't really fit into the game plan. Carve Reality, I also think, is almost never take. It's just minimal. It's like adding a strike that has a delayed bigger hit, which, whoopee. Collect can be takeable. I think that's another one I'm not really looking to add, but if I'm in a deck that just isn't really good at entering into Calm, you know, to get some energy manipulation, and I need energy, it can be takeable. Conclude, we've kind of already went over it. It is good as a one of, really good Act 1 pickup, but kind of it ended up not being as awkward in this deck as it usually is by late game. I think it's a priority removal for late game usually, but the fact that it was upgraded, the fact that we just didn't seem like it was that awkward to have it in our deck, we kept it. I think this is a never take, unless again you're desperate for defense. I mean, it's an okay card at that. Empty Mind is good. I probably would have... There was a turn we skipped it, or it was like at a shop that I didn't buy. I think our deck would have liked this, and it's possibly a mistake that I didn't add it. But yeah, Empty Mind is pretty good. It's very similar to Inner Peace. I would say Inner Peace is typically better, but you know, it's card draw, it's stance change. That's good. Fasting, it's not a never take, but I think it just doesn't make sense in a lot of decks. You don't want to lose energy, and gaining strength and dexterity... I mean, honestly, I'd rather just gain block and deal damage. I don't need to just scale that. Like, strength and dexterity scaling are just kind of whatever I feel with this class, because the fights need to be over by the time that would matter. Fear No Evil is a really good card. That's another card I didn't even think of that, but we were never offered this as well, and this would have been a very good card to have. I would have loved this card. You know, it doesn't exhaust, it deals damage, it enters you into Calm. What more could you want, right? Foreign Influence, fun card, but just kind of a never take, I would say. Anything that I say never take, by the way, if you're just in a desperate situation, that obviously changes. Like, if it's getting toward the end of Act 1 and you just haven't added any cards, like, well, you gotta add some cards. Foreign Influence will work, right? Its upgrade is okay, because it makes the attack cost 0. I mean, you can definitely deal a lot of damage with this card, but it's just inconsistent. And it's kind of like a Hail Mary, I would say, to add this to your deck. Foresight. It is fun, though. Foresight. Now, this is a card I wouldn't really take. It's not untakeable. But this is a card you can use. Like I said, like, Scry can work as well sometimes. Like, there's a chicken-egg problem with the Scry. It's like, I'd rather just do stance changing shenanigans, but sometimes you just aren't offered the tools to do it. If you're not offered the tools to do that, you're probably getting offered the tools to do Scry, hopefully at least. So, you know, the key card isn't really Foresight to make this work, though, but it is like a good one to have for it. And really the card you're looking for is Nirvana, right? You're looking to scry a shitload and just keep plowing through the deck and gain block while you're doing it. Problem with Nirvana is it's just not as good as Mental Fortress, right? You don't gain as much block, and you don't actually really scry as much as you stance change, right? So I don't know. I think it's kind of desperate to get into that situation, but it is doable. Indignation is really good. It doesn't, you enter into Wrath, it can apply vulnerable, it doesn't exhaust, it burns artifact. These are things you want to do, right? And making the enemies vulnerable with Watcher adds quite a lot of damage. That is way better than fasting, in my opinion. You're just in Wrath, they're vulnerable. Now, maybe you have all of that and fasting, but I'd argue that that's less likely. Once you add a card like fasting, it costs a lot to play. It limits what you can do in the future energy-wise. And it's also a card you had to draw when you could have just drawn the other cards and just made it work. We didn't need strength or dexterity in our deck, right? You never really do. Inner Peace, this is just a great card that we didn't see. Doesn't exhaust, it's cheap. It enters you into Calm. And if you're already in Calm and you're in a dire situation, you can just draw cards. And actually, on that note, you can set up infinites with this card, right? You can definitely set up infinites with Inner Peace. I wasn't even really looking for an infinite, though. I just simply wanted... Like, you don't need an infinite. You just... Like, it would have been a lot better if I had this card. Like, this or Fear No Evil would have almost been equally good for my deck. Like Water, I don't know. I don't like it. It's like playing a defend that happens. It's another card that's not untakeable, but it's just not that powerful, I feel. But, I don't know. I'll see Jorbs take it every now and then. I'll see the life coach or whatever take it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that desirable. I could be wrong on that, but in my eyes, it's just a one-time per turn block that you gain, and you have to be in Calm to get it. I don't even know if I would like this if it just read, like it's just a better metallicize. If it just read gain 5 block at the end of the turn, I still don't know that I would like it. I think I would rather just gain a shitload of block from stance changing, right? But, again, if you're desperate for defense, maybe it works. I think Meditate is good. I think I don't think it's as amazing as it seems. At least, I don't know. I mean, if all the really good players say it's really amazing, then I have to concede to that because I'm not an expert at this game. But in my own experiences, I like it. I don't love it. I think ending your turn with it makes it more rough. Because like with Fear No Evil and Inner Peace, I can keep the train going, right? But Meditate, it's pretty good to have a one of. Like, there were definitely some fights you saw it, like against the Transient or whatever. It was just carrying the shit out of that fight. But it is nice to just end the term in Calm and have the cards you need back, guaranteed. That's a good thing to do. It's not a bad card by any means, but I don't know. I typically prefer like Fear No Evil or Inner Peace over it still. Mental Fortresses is just a god tier of a card. You're absolutely looking to get this. If you see it in a shop, you should buy it. This card, the most consistent thing to do is just to rapidly stance change, and you can gain basically infinite energy if you have the right deck doing it. You can basically gain an infinite. This supports the infinite. Even if you don't get the infinite, like we didn't have, it gets you shitloads of block. Absolute shitloads of block. Very important card. Nirvana, we just talked about that. It's not as good as Mental Fortress, but it's not untakeable. It's actually a pretty key component in a Scry deck. Perseverance is a never take for me. Like, even if I was desperate for defense, I don't know that I would take it. I guess I would, I don't know. Never take Prey. Reach Heaven is takeable, but again, it's not desirable. The thing about this card is it is actually a gigantic amount of damage, but it doesn't support any of the game plans, right? But it actually does so much damage that, like, if it's early, I'll take it, right? It's just simply, 2 energy to do 30 base damage, and the retain on the through violence, like, that's going to help quite a lot in Act 1. And really the whole game. Like, Reach Heaven's pretty good, but if I already have my game plan going, I'm not going to add it. Rushdown, this is on Mental Fortress levels of greatness. There's probably every now and then a time you wouldn't want to add it, but I couldn't think of it. It just, you know, it keeps the train going. And it's a good upgrade. You can upgrade to just cost 0. Drawing 2 cards when you're so often entering Wrath. Just god tier. This seems relatively useless, but it is card draw, so like, I don't know, maybe there's a deck I would add it to, but I can't think of it. Sands of Time, again, this is one of those cards similar to Windmill Strike, similar to Flying Sleeves. It's like, why? Why when my game plan is just to finish fights early and do a bunch of stance changing? This just doesn't do anything for that. It's too slow. All it does is deal damage. Can't even play it the turn you draw it. Doesn't even do that much damage. This is just another card that fits into the archetype that you don't really want to go for with Watcher, which is to like string a fight out a long time. Signature move. I can't really comment on this card. It seems useless to me, but I suppose it could work in some decks. I wouldn't really know when to add it. Simmering Fury is another one. I don't think we saw it on the run. It's definitely an addable card, right? It's almost like a Rushdown, right? In its own way. It's cheap. It doesn't exhaust. It just... I don't think I like it as much as the other Wrath cards, though, because it is delayed, right? You enter Wrath the next turn and draw the card, so... I think it is good, though. I mean, you could play that along with like a Meditate, and that's a really good combo, I feel. You could just keep playing those over and over again, and that's going to be a pretty good game plan. So it's definitely a good card, I think, Simmering Fury, but it might not always be preferable to the other Wrath cards. I don't know, though. I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's a good power. It could be if it didn't cost fucking 2. I don't know. Maybe you could upgrade it. I don't know. It's not untakeable. I mean, it does like an upgrade to card draw, which wouldn't be necessarily a horrible thing. I just think you'd rather have a Rushdown. Swivel, I don't know. I don't really see how this is good. I suppose like there are some Pandora's box, you know. Pandora's box changes everything. Then you start to get into situations where something like this makes sense. But like it'd be good with like Ragnarok or something probably, but or maybe even Wallet. But I don't know. It seems like pretty situational. I can't think of myself ever dying to add Swivel. And Talk to the Hand. Now that's a god tier card. This is definitely a card you're looking to add. It's on the level of Mental Fortress. I think I probably prefer Mental Fortress still, but Talk to the Hand's right up there. Priority upgrade too, as is Mental Fortress. You know, you're just getting more block out of it by doing that. The only thing that sucks with Talk to the Hand is late game, if you don't have a good way to burn through the artifact that every fucking enemy has, like the end game bosses and the Act 4 elites, then Talk to the Hand can run out of steam. But it also combos quite nice with the next card, which is Tantrum. I think this is an amazing card. You know, even if it didn't shuffle itself into your draw pile, it'd still be a good card. You know, it's like having another Eruption, except it's like kind of better because it does usually more damage and it has better synergy with Talk to the Hand. But the fact that it shuffles into your draw pile, I think, makes it even that much better. It's like you're basically, once you get a thin deck, you're always getting this every turn. It's like a card with holdover, which you just don't see in Slay the Spire. Then Wallop, here's the card that I think is still really good, but like in my deck, I probably wouldn't have added it, right? It costs a lot, and it doesn't support my particular game plan since I already had a Talk to the Hand and a Mental Fortress. Now, had I not had those cards, Wallop probably definitely gets added, right? That's the third best option for just dealing damage and getting to still have block, right? But it's just a little more awkward, right? It costs a lot. It costs a lot, so your turns don't go on as long, and the block that you do gain is arguably maybe less than these, right? But with Pen Nib, Wallop would have been pretty insane. Wave of the Hand, I think, is good. It is mainly... I mean, the weak is nice, right? Like, I definitely would have died if the enemy wasn't weak in that heart fight, right? But more importantly, I think it's the fact that it just helps Talk to the Hand be able to play through the artifacts, right? Now, Weave's an interesting one. Like, I almost never add it, but obviously if I get stuck into that Scry type deck, it's amazing, right? And, you know, you could combo that with Talk to the Hand, and it makes sense too. But, you know, you're just generally not looking to add this card to a deck unless you're quite obviously in a Scry deck, right? Wheel Kick is not untakeable, it's expensive, but it does a lot of damage and it draws cards. That makes it actually pretty good. I'll often add this Act 1 if I don't have anything better going on. 30 damage with Wrath. I mean, that kills a lot of stuff early game. I think Wheel Kick is takeable, but, you know, often just not really making sense in a lot of decks. Windmill Strike. Again, don't think it makes sense in a lot of decks. If you're desperate for damage, I guess, but I don't know, man. I just don't know why I would add it. Worship, I will say, is the best of the actual mantra decks. I would say if you start with like a mantra for whatever reason, through a transform or something, you could actually, or start with worship. I think that is an okay way to actually make a divinity work deck. Divinity deck work. You know, the upgrade of worship makes it retain, so like you can get maybe 2 of these upgraded, and then you can just go into divinity quite often. But in general, I'm not looking to add it to a deck. Like, I'm not looking to... It's a 2 cost. It's still, like, awkward. You're better off just doing the typical Wrath stance dancing. Wreath of Flame is a never add, in my opinion. I don't really know how this card exists. I guess you need a few bad cards, right? Alpha's bad. Way too slow. It would be fun if it made sense. But Blasphemy still works. I think Blasphemy is a very good Act 1 and Act 2 card. Late game, I don't love it. It's kind of a dead weight at that point, but still usable throughout the act. It's just like, to me, the time that Watcher struggles is like Act 4, sometimes the Act 3 bosses too, but usually just Act 4. And I don't really see Blasphemy helping you much there. It's kind of a card I would look to remove at that point, but leading up until then, it's quite nice, you know, especially when you upgrade it so it retains, and you can do the math and just see if you have enough attacks in hand, you can finish the fight usually, and you just don't take any damage. Brilliance, I don't know. I wouldn't look to add it to any deck. It just is an attack. It is a good attack, but a good attack doesn't really matter. Conjure Blade. If you end up with a transform, it can work in some decks, right? But it's just not another card I'm just not looking to add. Too slow. Way too slow. And it's just pure damage at the end of the day, and pure damage is so-so. Deus Ex Machina is takeable. Machina, whatever you say, however you say it. It's a card I probably would add here and there. It's a one and done, but it is kind of nice, right? Just a nice little energy boost. It's not like a top tier card, but I don't know, maybe it is. I honestly haven't done a massive amount of research, but this is just my takeaways. I think it's takeable, but it's not like great. Diva Form, too bad. This really, I had a lot of fun with this when I was in my early days of Watcher, but realistically it's just too slow. Way too slow. Devotion, way too slow. Establishment, there are rare times it's okay, but again, too situational, too slow. Judgment is good. It's similar to Blasphemy, where it's going to find most of its use in Act 1 and 2. Past that, you're not really adding it, and you're probably even removing it, maybe. But it's definitely an okay pickup early. Like, it'll help just kill things before you have your game plan together. You can't add too many of these type of cards, though. It's like, you only have so many removals to make, right? Lesson Learned is always going to be good. It's another one you remove late, but early on, it's allowing you to basically upgrade your entire deck. And upgrading your entire deck's a pretty good thing. Master Reality is useless. Never take it. Just never, ever take it. Don't even consider getting cute with it. It's so bad. Omniscience is takeable, but just kind of awkward a lot of the time. It's definitely good, though. It's kind of like a way to hell vent your deck, while also having like a Seek built into it. I just find it's really hard to play it at 4. You could upgrade it, and I think it goes to 3, right? Like, yeah, it goes to 3. So it's more playable if you upgrade it, but I don't know. You really just have to ask yourself, does your deck need it? Like it's okay with like a Wish, for example. I guess it can be okay with, you know, if I didn't have a bottled Mental Fortress, maybe I would have considered it more when it came up in my run, because like I always just am going to play Mental Fortress, but like it wouldn't be horrible for me to use it to play Mental Fortress twice, or just to simply, you know, pull it out of the drop pile. Like I would have considered it for that, but it is, I guess my problem with this card is it kind of burns your entire turn usually to do some setup, which isn't a horrible thing. Like, you know, with the stance dancing, it can work. You can afford to lose one turn, I guess, to make a really powerful play like that. So it's not untakeable, and I wouldn't even say it's undesirable. I just think it often doesn't make sense to add to a deck because of the cost associated with it, but it is technically a pretty powerful card, I think. And Ragnarok, I don't know about this card. It's definitely not untakeable, but it's so expensive. Yeah, it's a pure damage card. The thing is, it does a lot of damage potentially. And it does have pretty good synergy with Talk to the Hand. So I think it's like not untakeable, right? If you have a Talk to the Hand and you have the energy to use it, it makes sense. If you don't have the energy to use it, though, even with Talk to the Hand, I don't know that I add it. But yeah, some decks just have the energy to use it. Say you got the right artifacts, they got the right cards, and Ragnarok becomes pretty good. But it's a situational add, I would say. Scrawl is really good. I think any deck could really use it. It's a one and done, but it just, you know, you don't have to play it for max value. Even if it just draws you 3 or 4, that's worth it, right? You would probably add a card that just read, you know, cost 1, draw your whole hand. You could also upgrade it so that it costs 0. Spirit Shield, it's another card that back in my early days I would use, but a card that just purely gains block. It costs a lot. Too slow, doesn't do enough. Vault is great. Definitely would have, any deck can use a Vault. Decent upgrade. It's just like, it allows you to basically, you know, do whatever that turn. You probably can't do a whole lot with the Vault turn, but it allows you time to basically just, you know, set up an entire new turn and draw a whole new hand. There's never any situation I think you wouldn't want a Vault in a deck. Vault is really good. And a Wish is a weird one. It's just a greed card in my opinion, which isn't bad, right? But like I'm rarely going to use it for 3 strength. I guess sometimes I would use it for 6 plated armor. Mainly I'm just adding it to, you know, do 25 or 30 gold for 3. It's pretty expensive. I think a lot of the good players really like it. Maybe if I keep playing and get better, I'll like it more. I would say I don't love it. I mildly like it, but it just seems so expensive to just do greedy things. But the thing is, you kind of need that. You want that gold so that you can find stuff at shops, since you are usually looking for specific cards and you're looking to remove cards, right? I guess my counter argument there, though, is like if I gain a bunch of gold, I would eventually want to remove Wish anyway, maybe, but I don't know. I would have to defer to the others that seem to really like the card and say that I'll trust that it's good, but in my own experience, it hasn't seemed amazing to me. And that's it. That's the full list. That is my current thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you're like really good with a watcher and I'm really off base with anything, please let me know. And if you are just getting struggling with a watcher, let me maybe use what I just said here and let me know if it helps. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.